we got the Rams at home. Curtis Lee's coming back from injury. We did set the season goal to be reaching the divisional round. I don't know if we'll make the Super Bowl, but I think we could at least make the divisional round. We should have a winning season.
Hey everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
Let's see if we can shake the curse of the Rams.
Interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Minnesota Vikings. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, is Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
All right, here we go. Let's see if we can shake the curse.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Ooh.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he will find his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Handoff comes to Cook. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
That was a good one.
He is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
We really need to start kind of tossing it around a little bit. If all we're going to do is run the ball, it's going to be a really bad game. See if we can get Butler one-on-one.
Back to
He
throw
is. He's
now on
1-1.
2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now.
Well, I would say that was a major success.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
I love this guy's makeup. He is not afraid to fail. He attacks on just about every snap. Wants to throw the football downfield first. He'll throw it short if he has to. But bottom line, he wants to put a lot of pressure on the defense with his arm.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. On second down, here's Goff. Dumps it off to Gurley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked out in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Here's Sherrills. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
After that big pass, I bet you they won't expect it.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
We got to get that run.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all.
Yeah, we're going to hit him with another drive.
Pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a
getting
yard up
really
to the
ugly.
39.
Who the hell called the timeout?
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this with a ball
I'm going to challenge that for a forward pass.
comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it.
God, it was right there. I think it's going to stand as a fumble. We got the ball back, but it wouldn't have been such a long.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Gurley again here on first down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Immediately there. On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes.
Let's give plenty of credit to the defense there. They stumped him on 2nd and short. But if you're in the offense, why would you change what you're doing? You've got a whole nother down to pick it up, and maybe even a 4th if you so choose.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play.
Try to get a block,
and it'll be 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
I was really hoping it'd keep bouncing.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
He doesn't have the speed.
65 yards. And runs like that makes it pretty easy to see why folks around here like this guy so much, Charles.
It didn't take any fancy scouting to realize this guy could play, has speed, explosiveness, the whole deal, and he's showing exactly why they went and got him.
to go and throw him.
He'll drop to throw. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphries. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
See if we can hit field.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Adam Humphries from 6 yards away. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket and wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And the Rams getting set to go now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Yeah, we got them to jump.
Ball start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
I like that. Yeah, keep running backwards.
In this game, they are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get
So
that
you're going to pick up a
Sherrills
block.
to return it. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Minnesota. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. Of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. It's caught, Humphries. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
No, check, Patriot!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Here's first and goal, and Josh points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They come out here in the eye, and they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
He's trying to get him his first touchdown.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal.
Let's get it done.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will take this one.
There it is, his first rushing touchdown of his career.
A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Gostkowski now.
I'm not ready to say that the curse is over yet, though.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it first and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Plenty of good matchups in that 1 o'clock Eastern window. It'll be noon at Soldier Field in Chicago. And a big test for the Bears as they get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Good stuff to follow on the West Coast in the afternoon window. One being out in Oakland, where it'll be the Raiders taking on the New England Patriots. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Bucks. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they thought they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defense.
Robert Woods. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods.
I was totally playing the run.
Robert Woods, 49 yards. And
So
the Rams are able to cut into this lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Escaping the pressure right. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Buying time to his left. Throw left side, caught by Butler. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They're going to look to throw. And an alley to run. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll go on the ground. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
They'll come out in the pistol. He'll drop to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. As his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point try for Gostkowski.
Get that rookie going early.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Gostkowski now out to kick it away.
Yeah, we drafted good.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Paul. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense? Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Room to run inside the 40.
Doesn't matter. It's going to be holding on the offense anyway.
And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A shotgun snap for Goff. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And they'll run it here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
See, the commentators really have to do a better job because
that's going to go as a loss of a yard,
that's
and it'll
what
be second down.
We want.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter.
But
they're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread
he broke
formations,
like 5
space,
tackles.
but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
I wanted him over 100 yards.
Another
He
13 yards
totally
there
earned
twice
it.
in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
They'll set up a throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The first incompletion of the game.
From the 21, it's second and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. He finds Humphreys. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph from 6 yards away. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
I'm perfectly
the Rams offense now. They get set and head back onto the field. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 22.
We've lost 3 times in a row to them.
From the last drive, he'll look to throw. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
They're not going to go in. I refuse.
Here's Goff now on second down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A Ram first down as Goff finds Kupp. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
Gurley. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there. Now second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way.
They're done.
I think
They've
doubling
had it.
him
They're on
has
the
to be a
ball.
priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They're throwing
Now
the
it's
ball.
on. Goff gives to Gurley. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. From the gun, here's Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. 20, 10, touchdown, LA.
Oh, my God.
A big play there. 67 yards. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. He gets it to Humphries. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I think by now it's been demonstrated quite well in the NFL that mobility is an attribute. But when you couple it with accuracy, you've really got something going. Able to get outside the pocket and complete the pass.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Shedding the tackle. He's to the 10. Bowls him over.
Oh, my God. Are you serious? All that rumbling and bumbling, and he gets out of
Every great running
the
backs
fucking
coach I've talked
run.
with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Gostkowski the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Goff on 1st down. Dumps it off to Gurley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
There's no way we're scoring here.
Again, gone.
Especially if they do that.
Right there, a nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing again is gone. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
What the hell's Boone doing? I think he's glitched.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game also
Well,
good
the
for
curse
us
is
to get
broken.
that
We
under our
finally
belts,
beat the
wasn't it?
Rams.
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know
200
it.
rushing yards, 196 passing yards.
To it, right? All day long,
That is
anticipating
extremely
it.
balanced.
Then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
And there's my
So for Minnesota, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Rams,
13 for 14.
they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York
92%,
Jets.
4 touchdowns.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin, saying so long, everybody.
My rookie right there. 47 yards. Two touchdowns. Yeah, almost had 100 yards though on 4 receptions. It's a pretty solid game. See you next time.